Today was the second annual HM Commercial Report release party, and we've actually done 5 HM Commercial reports so far. A couple years ago we decided that it made a lot of sense to get the community together and the development stakeholders in the same room to have open conversation regarding issues that support healthy development in our communities. And we are thrilled with how everything turned out.
This year's feature story was on how are we creating housing that's affordability for everyone. And I think a big part of what we're looking at is really it boils down to supply and demand. We've actually become one of the most expensive rental markets in Canada.
To put it in perspective, when we arrived in British Columbia, it was 1.6 million people. It's now 5 million. So we have to get used to the idea that people are coming here, they like to live here. Where are they going to live? We need to address supply in a thoughtful, structured, substantive way in multiple parts of this province, and that includes right here. This is why we live here. There's a certain spirit to the place, and it's especially true here in the Okanagan. You look up on the hills, you come into the airport, you come over the Coquihalla, and you think, I'm home. Something very special here.
A big part of what we want to try to do is create a bit of a spirited conversation around how are we creating affordability so that our generation and future generations and everybody can actually come together and everybody can afford a home.
Economics 101, we're growing here. We have lots of people moving here, but if the supply stops, it's going to get more expensive. And I think we all want housing to remain affordable for our children.
We've turned housing into diamonds, and we can't complain that it's expensive. So, going forward, let's do everything possible to turn housing back into water. Now that water is free, but it's much more reasonable and much more affordable to everyone.
All this and more can be learned in HM's Commercial Crystal Ball Report 2019. Please join me in thanking HM for putting their efforts into providing us with the hard data and raising awareness to the affordable housing issues through events like this one.
So it's been a long few months of making sure everything was perfect, getting all the details ironed out, but it was well worth it. We had a fabulous gathering this year. We had over 200 people that joined us from throughout the community, even as far as Vancouver. Our 3 guest speakers were fantastic from all over BC, and we had a great time networking with our clients, giving them insight into the current situations that have been going on in the development world, and we're just really happy to be able to get all of our clients in one room together to have a great time, and it was a wonderful event, so we're looking forward to next year.